Okay guys, in this video I'm going to tell you of a major flaw of the 24 Land Cruiser that I've driven for now 1,200 miles. Let's take a look at the car. So here it is, the 24 Land Cruiser. This is going to be the first edition of the actual car itself. Now, one thing I want to point out is why did I buy it? So I'm a solo camper. All right, I like going camping trips by myself. No wives, no children, just myself. I like relaxing, getting away from people and things like that. And I actually have a Ram 1500 that I sleep in. And so when I camp, I like sleeping in the bed of my pickup, which is great. I have a tent that goes in. But with this one, I like sleeping inside. And one of the main reasons I bought this particular car is for the fact that it has this high roof ceiling, right? So you get this generally high roof. And in order to sleep in it, I have a sleeping pad in it right now. I have not deflated yet. But what I did was I built a platform. All right, just some plywood, some 2x4 feet. Got some plywood in there. And why I did that is because when those seats go down, it's not leveled. So what I do is this platform, and that seat goes down, levels it perfectly. If you guys are interested in knowing how to build that, let me know in the video. Let me know in the comments if you guys are interested in that. How I built it. It took like 30 minutes to build that with some plywood and 2x4. Let's close this up. Oh, you know what? Last thing. This thing has a 2400 volt outlet, which if you're camping, that's golden right there. Because instead of using a jet boil to boil water, you can just use an electric kettle on this. And that thing powers up my electric kettle. Absolutely great. Didn't even use the jet boil on the last trip I did. All right. So what's the problem with this car? Well, this car has a major flaw, and that flaw has to do with the gas tank. This car has a small gas tank. I think it's like 15 or 16, it's about 16 miles, 16 gallons in the tank itself, all right? So 16 gallons, not a lot. Here's the problem with this. So let me show you guys how much miles I'm getting here. All right, so let's put this on. Okay, so I just filled up this tank. You'll notice we got a full tank. We got 276 miles. We got 18 miles to the gallon. All right, 18 miles to the gallon. Now, okay, 18 miles to the gallon. I'll give you guys a quick story why this thing to me is a major flaw. So I had a 3-quarter. I'm going camping a couple days ago. That's why I noticed the pad was in the back. And I left the house at 3-quarter tank. Now I'm not paying attention. The campground is maybe 150 miles from my house. I think it's less miles. Anyhow, so I drive. There's a lot of traffic coming out of New York City. Stop and go. Once you hit the major highways going upstate, you know, there's no road traffic. Anyhow, so I'm going. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. I didn't check the gauge cluster. Like, I just didn't check it. I just kept driving. And by the time I got there, I arrived, I noticed the tank was really low. Now remember, to use that 2400 volt outlet, I gotta actually turn the car on. It doesn't work without it, right? Turn the car on. And if it gets too hot in the night or too cold, because I sleep in the car, I might just come up front, put on the car, you know, let it cool the car down. Or if it's cold, you heat the car up. Or if it's super hot, I've done nights where I've slept in the car, just kept the damn car on all night because, you know, I prefer to get a good 4 hours of sleep than get no sleep at all, especially if the weather is not, you know, it's too hot or cold. So, of course, all of that will drain the tank. Anyhow, what makes a long story short, what happens is, by the time I'm ready to leave the campground, I notice my tank is low. Then by the time I find a gas station next to the campground, I'm down to 6 miles. Scared the daylights out of me. Now, it was my fault. 100% my fault. Because I should have gassed the car up before going to or I should have kept a good eye on the tank. But then I started thinking, wow, this kind of sucks. Because a lot of these campgrounds are not next to a gas station. And I only did one night camping, just one night. I didn't do 2 nights. I was just in and out quickly, just relaxed a little bit, came back home. So I was starting to think, this is a major flaw, because a lot of folks that buys this car is going to be buying it, or at least I hope that they're buying it to go camping, to go put a rooftop tent on it, put rock crawlers. And here's the thing, a lot of those rock crawling, a lot of those campgrounds are not next to a gas station. Some of them are 50 miles, 100 miles from the closest gas station. Imagine you are going camping and you're going to spend 4 nights, and you got 100 miles to the closest gas station. You fill up your tank, you drive 100 miles in, you have 100 miles, that's 200 miles. And if you keep the car on and you utilize the amenities that comes with this car, you might not, you might use it, you keep this car on for a while, it'll burn that extra 70 miles according to my gauge cluster over, because we're 200 miles in, 100 miles out. And then you might use 70 miles worth of gas, having a car parked, keeping it on, utilizing the AC, charging your devices, utilizing that 2400 watt outlet. I don't know. Then I was thinking, wow, this is a major flaw. Toyota needs to fix this, because they make this car. I don't think they hide the advertising. I mean, if you look at all the ads with it, they're not driving it on a nice, beautiful city driving. All the ads for this car is driving in the boondocks somewhere. And in the boondocks, middle of nowhere, you get nothing. You get no gas station. So are we supposed to put a aftermarket tank on this? Then what the hell was, what's the point of them doing this? Now I looked under there, and there's a big battery. That battery's massive under there. And I don't even know if the aftermarket community can build a tank, an additional auxiliary tank for this car, because there's not a lot of room. Maybe you'd have to put it on your roof rack. Maybe you have to put it on the side of the car. I don't know, but then that would just be extra work for what? Anyhow, maybe I'm just bitter on the actual car, because I didn't think I was going to make the gas station. Like, I legitimately did not think. And if that gas station was broken because it's in the middle of nowhere, I would have had to call a tow truck. I would have been on the side of the road, because I would have ran out of gas. Simple as that. I just didn't budget it. You see, I drive my Ram 1500 most of the time, and in the 1500 you have gas galore. That thing is like a 26-gallon tank. But this one, and because it's a damn hybrid, and you're doing 17, 18 miles to the gallon in town combined with highway, that's insane for a hybrid, right? This is not even like a gas car here, so a hybrid. Come on, man, that's crazy. So that get me thinking, would I recommend this car? After owning it for 1,200 miles. Now, I own an S500, right? I drive 3 cars. I either drive this, I drive my S500, or I drive my Ram. The Ram I don't drive a lot. The S500 I drive a lot. And that car is garbage. Well, I'm going to do a video. I'm going to tank that damn garbage car in the garage. That S500 is garbage beyond garbage. That is the worst Mercedes product ever made. I'm going to tank that car in a video soon. Would I recommend this car? Right now, I can't recommend this car. After doing it, what I did, because of the gas tank, I'm not going to recommend this car. Toyota needs to fix this problem, in my opinion. Now, some people say, Andrew, do you recommend this car? I got some of my friends say, oh, do you think I should get this car? No. For the price tag on this car, though, the minimum price you can really purchase this car with a decent amount of options is $60,000, right? The 1958 is $55,000, but realistically it's $60,000. So if you get $60,000 at a $60,000 price tag plus, you're in the market of an X5, you're in the market of a GLE, you're in the market of a Q5, those kinds of SUV, $60,000, $70,000 range cars. This car drives good. I think it drives great. I like the seat. I like the high seat position, but an X5 drives better. I had an X5. I had a 2017 X5. I never had a GLE, but I had it as a loaner when this garbage doesn't work. And then I've also, my wife has she used to have an X5 a while back. It's Q5, I mean. Good, they're good vehicles. I don't recommend, if you're not purchasing this car for its intended purpose, which is like Toyota advertising says, if you're not purchasing this car for its intended purpose of off-roading, rock crawling, all the stuff you see people doing it for on YouTube, you know, all the review videos. If you're not buying it for that, you're just buying it, don't get it, because it sucks as that. The body roll is insane. You turn the car, you get scared because it feels like it's going to flip at any given moment. It's flawed in the sense that the interior, if you look at the interior, a lot of it is like, it's really plastic. It's not good at all. Everything that you touch in is all plastic. Not the best materials. Definitely not worth the price tag that you're paying for it. So I don't recommend this car at this price. If you are driving around town only. If you're going camping, it's great. And one of the reasons I really like this car was because when you, the box design of this vehicle, when you actually sit up, okay, I can sit up. So what I do is when I put my platform down, I can actually sit up. I'm 6 feet tall, and I could fold my feet and sit upright. And you can't do that on all the other SUVs. And this one, if I'm going on a campground, going on a little trail, I don't have to worry. I've got crazy ground clearance, right? That's why you buy this vehicle. So if you're buying it if you're looking to do off-roading, you're looking for rock crawling, you're looking for maybe even small camping trips out there in the middle of nowhere, that's what this vehicle is for, in my opinion. But then I can't ever recommend it for that because of the stupid gas tank. So I can't even recommend this car anymore. I can't recommend it for its intended purpose, and because of its price tag, I can't recommend it to compete against the real road going Mercedes. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you're spending $60,000, but you're driving around in a Toyota. Do you feel special driving around? You're driving that. To me, you know, name brand doesn't bother me. Not too much anyhow. I like driving something. I like the feel. It makes me feel good to drive a really good brand car. But I didn't buy this to feel good. I still love my Ram. So because of this problem, I really have a problem recommending this car. I gotta now, when I'm going camping, I've learned a lesson. Now when I'm going camping, I gotta do the headache of making sure there is a gas station within at least 50-60 miles of the campground. I got to make sure that I gas up the car before I go into the campground. Because remember, if this gas station is 50 miles into the campground, it's 50 miles to go. Maybe you use 50 miles there, 50 miles out, 150 miles. It's like basically half the tank is gone. Anyhow, this video is a rant. That's what this video is. I don't know if it's going to help you guys. If you guys learned, if you guys gain something out of the video, put in the comments. If you think I'm crazy, put it in the comments. Am I complaining for a dumb reason? Or am I an idiot? I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know. Let me know what you think. With that in mind, guys, I'm out.